What's up everyone, this is Kington from Godtown Studios, and in this tutorial we'll be discussing how to create this effect. Alright guys, so that's a quick glitch transition, and also I will be teaching you guys how you can start using overlays on your video so you can add any effect, pre-recorded effect, any kind of effect to your video. Remember what we said, that transition still is an effect, just that it happened between two clips. Any effect that happens between two clips is now a transition. So let's cut straight to the chase. We'll create this effect using an adjustment layer. Adjustment layer is an item in Premiere Pro that you use to manipulate your clip. So it means that if you don't want to add effects directly to your clip, you can add it on adjustment layer, and the adjustment layer will automatically transfer it to your clip. So instead of creating this glitch effect on the clip directly, which is this clip I've already nexted, is in its own sequence, but instead of creating it on this clip, we are going to be creating it on the adjustment layer. One of the reasons why people prefer to create effects on an adjustment layer rather than the clip is because of the ease to transfer it to other clips. So if you create it on an adjustment layer, it becomes easy for you to duplicate it among several other clips rather than copying and pasting and manipulating. So let's get straight to it, guys. So there are so many ways you can create glitch. There are a lot of glitch effects, but the one we are going to be doing today is with this wave warp. Yeah, we're making use of wave warp. So drag the effect and place it on the adjustment layer, and it automatically will add it here for you. Okay, first of all, let's go to the pinning and select pin all edges. The reason why we do this is because we don't want the effect to apply to the edges of our clip. As you can see, if I remove it to none now, you can see these black edges. We are trying to avoid that, so we are going to pin it to all edges. Then you will play around with these settings. Remember what I said, I'm not here to give you guys numbers to use, but as you play around with it, as you manipulate the numbers, you are going to get much more effects that are going to help you. You understand? So let's start by changing the wave type from sine wave to noise. You can see now, you can see the effect it has on it already. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is to increase the width. We are going to increase it a lot because we want to get that blocky shape. You understand? Okay, so keep on increasing it. All right, so it's coming together now. Let me increase the wave height. So as I do that, you notice that it's distorting the vertical aspect. Okay, but one of the things I would like also to have is to change the direction. It's currently on 90 degree. We want it to be horizontal. Okay, so if I'm to type, it's going to be 180 degree. Okay, let's increase the wave height some more so we can see the effect much more visible, and increase the wave width. To make it block it. So let me play this one now and see how it looks like. You can already see the effects here. Okay. Next thing we can do to it is to add a VR effect to it. Okay, so let's cop to the immersive video. Let's add VR digital glitch. See how it goes. Okay, that's actually what we want to get, these color splats around it. And we can increase the color distortions. Like I said, there are no fixed numbers. Play around it and see what works for you. Okay, I think I'm okay with this. And also we'll be adding in some chromatic aberrations so that you can really see how it's looking like. All right, okay, so we are going to work with this now. We are going to work with this. So, and one of the good things as well when working with adjustment layer is that you can manipulate, or you can adjust each parameter the way you want. Like for instance, you can choose to reduce opacity on this particular adjustment layer so that the effect is not very visible, and you can also choose to mask them. Okay, so with this now, what we'll do is we can select specific places where we want the effects to apply. Okay, let me play it. Okay, I just want the glitch to be noticeable at this point where it hits. So let's trim this adjustment layer down to the specific places we want the effect to be applied to. Okay, so what I can do now is to reduce this one. Remember, there are no strict rules. This is the obvious glitch. So I want this one to pop in at the point of hit. So the next thing I can do is to animate this one, this digital glitch. I can choose to reduce the scale. So I will come here and add a keyframe. Then here I'm going to, what did I just do? Okay, I will come here and increase it to like 100. Then here I'm going to drop it down to 0. Then for this one now, that's the chromatic aberrations we added. I could just come here and reduce the opacity. Come here, reduce the opacity. I can do the same thing here because it's a glitch effect. All right, so let's play it now and see what we get. Yeah, you can already see it, guys. So play around with that and you are going to get much more stuff. And like we said here, the video we showed in the beginning of our tutorial, let me move this thing out here. Still the same thing. If I come here and hit play, you see it's the same transition, just that we added, I think the one we made now is even much more better than this one. Because there are no fixed rules. Just keep playing, you get something much more better. So it's still the same effect, just that we applied it between two clips and it became a transition. So that's it, guys. And the next effect we'll be learning how to do is the overlay effect. This is where you place light leaks and lens flares and stuff like that on your clip. So for instance, this is the clip we'll be working with. Okay, you can see, guys, the video is already beautiful, but it will make much sense if we add some of these elements to it to spice it up. So let's play the video again with some light leaks. You can see those leaks. So it helps in spicing up the video. But one of the reasons you do that is sometimes you don't want your video to look empty, so you add some of these elements in order to spice it up and sprinkle some of those elements on it. So let's discuss how you can get your own light leaks. These things are very, very simple. So to get a light leak, we simply head over to YouTube, type in light leak overlays. You can see there are so many of them, and you can download any one you want from here. And once you get that, you simply place it on your video. All right, so once you've downloaded it, now import it into Adobe Premiere Pro and place it where you want it to appear. One of the things you can see now is that we are having a black screen and this wonderful leaks moving around the screen. So to blend it with your clip, head over to Effects Control. That's why selecting on the light leak, and on the opacity tab, click on normal. This is called the blend mode. There are so many things you can do in this effects control under opacity, aside from reducing the opacity, because if I reduce it now, you can already start to see the clip. But that's not what we want to do. Leave the opacity at 100, then go to the blend mode and change the blend mode. There are so many blend modes here, but the one you use to remove the black areas and preserve the light areas is the screen. You can also use the lighting, but we'll be using the screen for this one. So let's quickly select screen. We can already see the effects. One of the issues we can see is that it's becoming too much. It's drowning our clip. Our clip is becoming much more faded now. Look at the before and the after. And also, it's too much on our face. So one of the things we can do to stop this now is to head over to the opacity tab and use a concept called masking. So if I select this circle now, all these things are things you can use to mask. You can use the pen tool, but for now, let's quickly select the circle, then bring it over her face and make sure it covers her face. Currently, you can see the light rays, the light leaks is only showing is only on display where her face is, but it's fine. We'll change that in a moment. Once we are done covering her face, what we are doing now is selecting the areas we don't want those light leaks to appear. So once we are done with that, we'll feather it. To feather it means to soften the edges. That's what it means to feather. So once we are done softening the edges, we now hit inverted. So if we hit the inverted, it's going to remove the effect here and apply it to every other area in the video. So let's hit inverted. You can see now we have a clean face, and the light leaks is going to appear in the other faces in the other areas around the video. So what we can now do is to feather it a lot. And also, if it's still too much, you can as well reduce the mask opacity. So if I hit play now, we can now see the effect, soft and beautiful, and it doesn't interrupt the beauty of our bride here. Her face still looks very, very clean and sharp, which is wonderful. And let's say for this particular shot now, the face is here. Let's say the next shot, the subject is here. So you can as well do the same thing here. You can see the mask is creeping into her face. So what you can do, the same thing, cut it, select the adjustment layer, head over to the masking, bring this one over here to make sure you can reduce the expansion. There are so many things you can do, but for this one, just hold shift and drag and bring it down to the groom's face. Reduce the feather so it doesn't creep into his face. And one more thing you can do is to Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V, which means to copy and duplicate the mask. You can also come over this place and create another mask. You see, you can create as many masks as you want. Then drag this one over to bride's face, expand it and feather it too as well, like we did the first one, then invert it. So you can see the light leaks, but their faces are still very sharp. And also you can from here reduce the opacity if it is still too much. So it gradually fades out. So that's wonderful, guys. There are so many light leaks you can experiment with. There are so many overlays you can experiment with. So try it out, keep on practicing, and you keep getting better in your video editing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.